Hey everybody, this is Jerry, and this is Saturday, May 26th. This is where my potatoes were 2 weeks ago, and I dug them up. It's raining right now. It's going to pass here in a few minutes. But I wanted to show you this. I know this is kind of tedious, but I planted 4 pounds of Lesotho Red potatoes here, and my return was right at 100 pounds. So 25-pound return for every pound that I planted. That's not bad. But I had, if you remember from my previous video, I had a couple of plants that I was going to leave behind. This is one of them, and there was one right here. And I was going to leave them because they have the blossoms on them. Out of all the potatoes that I had, these are the only 2 that continue to do that. And this one I'm really babying because the other one, the remnants of which is right there in that corner, had this little seed pod on it, and like I said, it was sitting right there, and I noticed that it was drooping here, and it was leaning, and so I went to pick it up, and you can see the end of it right here had been just chewed off completely. There's a gopher here, and I've been fighting him for weeks and weeks. Haven't been able to catch him still, and I'm hoping he doesn't get a hold of this plant. And this one had 3 blooms on it. One of them dropped off, and there's the remnants of the other 2. I'm hoping they'll turn into little seed pods as well. But then it did a curious thing. You can see how this foliage is kind of a burgundy color, dark red, and it just continued to grow, and then it set on these sets of blossoms. There's 2, 4, 5, 7 on that stem, and 3, looks like half a dozen there, and then I just noticed here a second ago, got another one right there. Looks like there's at least 4 there. And so I'm going to keep watering this. I've kind of staked it up so it won't lay over, get trampled, and I want to see what it turns into. I don't know that there's potatoes underneath it. When I dug this one up, not only was it eaten off at the base, but there was no root, there was no potatoes, there was nothing. And then right here yesterday I stepped into a big deep gopher hole. My foot went in about a foot in the ground, and so this is the one that I have left. This is a good spot to plant. I got a ton of potatoes. I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait for this to produce something on these flowers, but I'll just let it go until it does, it doesn't, or it dies, or whatever. But I've planted corn here and the rest of this, and it came up fast. I planted it on a Sunday. It was up out of the ground on Thursday, and I planted 60 seeds, and I've got 55 or 56 of them came up, so that's pretty good. So it's starting to rain a little harder. I thought it was going to let up, so I'm going to turn this off and go back inside. Thanks, have a good day. There's one more shot.